and you guys are facing elimination coming in here. Like, what do you think led to just the response that you guys had tonight?
Shit, we got Mike Conley back. That was it.
What does he bring to the table that just means so much to you guys?
I mean, 3 for 6 from 3, 13 points, just efficient. You know, he always gonna make the right play.
This team does seem to have a toughness about it that whenever you're down, you pick yourselves back up. What do you think leads to that?
Guys just believing in themselves. I think the last 3 games we was all down on ourselves, like just trying to point the finger, blame somebody. And then I think today, before the game, the coaches, the whole staff, like they did a great job of putting a clip together as far as like the plays that we made, the 2 games that we won against these guys, and everybody like started to believe after that little edit that they put together, and I can tell the energy shifted after that little edit. So that was big time. I told them that was big time putting the edit together.
And coming into this game, how did you approach it? Like, what were you thinking that you needed to do in this game coming into it?
Me individually, just shoot it every chance I get. Honestly, yeah. I don't think I shot it enough. I'm looking at it. I only shot 17 times, but we won, so I don't care. But yeah, just shoot it every chance I get. Because last game they took the ball out of my hands.
Well, I was going to ask about the other guys who then got a lot of shots. I think between you, Rudy, and Kat, I think you guys were 16 to 35 together, and you got a lot of help from everybody else. How did you see that come together?
Bro, Jaden played great tonight. He took 10 shots and had 21. Yeah, he was fantastic tonight. Yeah, for sure. Big shout out to him. He's the X factor of the team. I think everybody knows it. When he plays well, we win. I don't know the percentages, but I mean, I feel like when Jaden plays well, can't nobody beat us. So I mean, him playing like that tonight, it was crazy.
And what's the difference between you bringing the ball up and Mike or somebody else bringing the ball up and you being on the wing? Does your mindset change? How does it work?
I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, because last game I was trying to get people involved and be aggressive. But when Mike playing, I don't have to worry about getting people involved. That's his job. So, yeah, tonight it was no getting people involved for me. I don't think I had that many assists tonight. Yeah. Oh, I had 4. So I did what I needed to do.
And I was hoping to get your early thoughts on Sunday. You know, they call it the 2 greatest words in sports, Game 7, with a 1-game opportunity to knock out the defending champs. Just how do you look at it?
Like you said, they're the defending champs. So it's going to be super tough. They're home. They're at the crib. They fans is crazy. It's going to be super loud. But, I mean, I feel like as a competitor, it's like one of the best feelings in the world. I've never played a Game 7 on the road, but all my playoff experiences on the road has been, like, super fun because nobody's on your side. So I can just imagine how this game will be and, like, the fans. So I'm super pumped for it. Like, I'm super happy. I'm ready to play it.
Yeah, as a leader, how do you try not to get high on these moments as far as blowing them out tonight, going to that Game 7, just to carry it over?
I mean, I wouldn't – it's hard not to get high, I would say, but I think that's a good question. I think it's just you got to understand that we was here. We won 2 games in Denver and then came here and got spanked the next 3 games in a row. So I think it should be easy for us now to understand, like, just because we beat these guys don't mean that we're going to beat them again. We got to come out and play with the same level of aggression. And if we do that, we'll be successful.
And you
going down?
The injury.
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Was your back or was it?
My tailbone, pretty much. Yeah.
That was pretty much going to be my question. Just what was the moment, like for you, just being on the ground, like you were there for a minute, the crowd hushed, your teammates crowded around you. Were you just trying to gather sort of like the shock of the moment? Yeah,
I mean, I fell pretty hard. And I'm used to falling like that in football when I got on pads and stuff, so I'm well protected. I didn't have any pads on tonight, so I felt that one for sure. So, yeah, I mean, it took some time for me to get used to the pain, but, I'm good now.
And talk about the decision to put Karl-Anthony Towns on Jokic, and how do you think that impact?
He's been guarding him. He's been guarding him the whole series. Yeah. He's been doing an outstanding job the whole series. Yeah, that's always been a matchup. Every time we come out, Cat is on Jokic, so it wasn't new today. I think the main thing today was his ass stayed out of foul trouble like I told him in the Phoenix series. That was all that was. Yeah, I mean, I cussed him out. Every chance I get, bro. Stop fucking fouling. Like, I think you guys see it. Like, if Cat don't foul, we pretty much can win the game every time. And tonight, I mean, he had 3 fouls, but he only had 3. He didn't have 5. So I told him today, like, we thankful that you didn't foul, because if you foul, we lose. Because you the best matchup we got for Jokic. Like, you do the best job on him. You know what I mean? We come in a double, but you do the best job standing up to his first dribble. And he did that tonight, man. He only took 10 shots. We counted on him making the right play. This morning, we was all on him, like, bro, you got to make the right play. We're going to play off of you in the post tonight. Like, they have no matchup. And he did an outstanding job of just making that easy pass. And when they don't double, he was aggressive. And, yeah, man, Cat played great tonight on both sides of the ball.
And you talked about the frustration after the 3 games. Was that a new experience for this group in terms of being low in big-time games like this? And is there, like, growth and you know, kind of a maturity that comes with coming out? And
honestly, man, I don't think we was low. I mean, from hearing the guys throughout the gym and shoot around before Game 5, before this game, nobody was, like, down on themselves, you know, pretty much. I think we always believed that we could compete with this team. And it showed tonight. I mean, it showed tonight, man. We played great as a team.
Everyone knows you can score. What kind of pride, or how did you embrace the challenge of checking, guarding Jamal as much as you did?
It's what I look forward to. I think I don't know how long ago I said I want to be the best player on both sides of the ball in the NBA, and like I told her, I think it was probably 2 years ago. It's something that I've been working on, and it always comes with being in shape. And it seems like towards the end of the season, I always tend to get in my best shape, and I wasn't tired at all chasing him around and following him everywhere he went and contesting all his shots. And he's a great player, man, and I feel like I did a good job tonight.
Did you really tell the locker room staffer in Denver you were going to be back for
Hell
games?
Yeah. They know I was in there. Yeah, I told them. I said, I'll see y'all motherfuckers for Game 7. Yeah.
Jaden, just how did it feel to kind of finally see some shots go through and come through the way that you did when this team needed you the most?
It felt good. I mean, just not wanting to go home was a big factor for me today, and just trying to do whatever I could to help my team.
How do you navigate kind of through a game as shots start falling? Does the confidence just rise and seeing those first couple go down, did that help you kind of really build on it?
Yeah, I would say I get more confidence as the shots go in, but it's just staying even keel, even if I miss like a couple in a row, just knowing that I'm capable of making shots and just keeping that confidence instilled in myself.
Jaden, Ant just told us about a film edit that the coaching staff showed you guys prior to the game where you got to see how well you guys looked in the wins against Denver, and he thought that it lifted the group, your confidence, your spirits. What effect did it have on you, and what was how effective of a move was that from the coaches?
It was like kind of a hype video. I mean, it had a good effect on it, just showing like that we were able to compete with these guys, and like we've done it before, like we've won games. So just being able to see that and just trying to recreate the things we've seen on the video, like they showed the trap, me and the kill trapping Jamal, and just us getting out in fast breaks, playing like Timberwolves basketball. So just it was a good video. I think it was a great idea from them.
You guys were down 9-2, called timeout, and kind of get reiterated, turnovers, transition. But Finch said a turning point was when you hit that three. You'd missed one of your first shots was a three, same place. How did it feel, and did you feel like things begin to shift after you hit that shot?
Yeah, a little bit. Just staying confident in it, and I just knew like I missed one earlier in the same spot. So just really locking in on the shot, and then just kind of having a short-term memory, not worrying about like the last misses and stuff like that. So.
Does it feel like you've played these guys 10 times?
Yeah, it feels like this like the 30th time for real, but hey, this is what you got to do to win, so I'm for it.
Jaden, just how big was Mike tonight? Ant said pretty much getting him back was a difference.
Yeah, I would say Mike's always good to us, whether he's running the show. But tonight you see he was aggressive, and like that's the Mike we need, just making shots and then just making the other team guard all of us. So we're so versatile, and I just say Mike being himself, really.
Jaden, it looked like in Game 5 that they had just solved your defense, that they had figured it out and knew exactly where to attack. What do you think was the difference tonight in allowing you guys to get back to where you were at the start of the series and all season long?
I'll probably say our activity and just like when we would go trap Jokic, how we would trap him, just like the physicality and the intensity and like our defense of just, you see they got a bunch of like offensive rebounds, but on the catch, like on the kickouts, we was right there. It's like in sync with them. So just flying around and keeping that defensive intensity throughout the game.
What are your early thoughts on the opportunity ahead of you? One game on the road, Game 7, with a chance to beat the champs?
Then really just kind of try and recreate this game we had today and just do whatever we can to win. I mean, it's our last go-around with this team, so just try and show who the better team is.
Any other questions for Jaden?
Thank y'all.
What did it take from you guys to have the response that you did with backs against the wall, elimination game, play like you did today?
Just took us playing Timberwolves basketball. We've lost our identity the last 3 games, and our backs against the wall, and with everything on the line, we found ourselves finding our identity. So it's a great day for us. It was a great day of work, but it's going to take consistency and discipline and execution if we expect to win this best of 7 series, and with Game 7 being next.
How did you guys find it?
I think that first timeout helped us tremendously. It looked like it was kind of deja vu. It was looking like the same kind of game we've been playing. And after that first timeout, Finch and Micah let us know, there's no more wiggle room. There's no more mistakes. There's no more time for error. And I think that we all locked in and we understood the assignment, and it just, finally clicked. We found that desperation that we've been looking for, and we played like that the rest of the game. And that defense was something that I think fans and fans of the Timberwolves or fans of the NBA have seen a lot from us this year.
What works well for you against Nikola, or just how do you try to bother him as much as you can?
I mean, he's the MVP for a reason. I mean, he's superbly talented, and his IQ is off the charts. I just do my best to make everything he does as difficult as possible. Just go out there with a determination and an effort, and just try to make you don't ever think you could stop players like that, but you just know that if you could do your best to contain them, give your team a great chance. And I just want to go out there and do the best I could.
Karl, what do you expect a playoff Game 7 to be like?
I mean, what a series, right? It's been weird. It's kind of been deja vu for both of us. I know that we won the first 2 at their house. They come here and they win the next 2. Then we go over there. They win one at home finally. Then we come back here and we win at home finally. So, someone has to break the trend in Game 7. So I expect an environment that we may have not seen since Game 82 here, but this time it's going to be at their house.
Karl, you've been guarding Jokic the whole series, but what your teammates have been doing around you when you're doing that has been different game to game. It seemed like you're bringing doubles from the top side tonight. How did you feel about that look compared to how it's been?
I mean, just doing whatever it takes to win. I think last game we changed up our defense a little bit, and I didn't see him too much of the game, and we didn't, we just needed to do more as a team, to contain him. He's been fabulous in the last 3 games for them, and we had to adjust, and we made some adjustments, and I thought that today was a great team defensive game, Like you said, everyone's in the right position, making the right rotations, making that second, third, fourth, fifth effort if needed. But really important today, too, is that we closed out a lot of those possessions with a rebound. And I think that was the real key to the game.
How much fun was tonight? I mean, the frustration was evident those last 3 games, but how much just from, after those first 5 minutes, how much fun was it just playing basketball and everything's working?
It wasn't fun. It was not fun. We had a sense of desperation and attitude. The rest of the game, like I said, we know that there was no more room for error. I say it's fun, obviously, to come out with a win, but we have an attitude. We haven't been able to. We've been pissed off that we haven't been able to change that number from 10 to 9 in a long time. So we understand the job's not done. We're not satisfied. Just because we won Game 6 doesn't mean we need to be throwing any parades yet. We need to finish the job. So Game 7, I think that will. We take care of business. We do play Timberwolves basketball and find ourselves on the right side of history. I think that's when we'll take a time to say we had some fun and we enjoyed this trip and this process and this series and I guess you could say take a step back and appreciate what we've done.
How would you describe Jaden McDaniels' game tonight?
I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, he hit big shots, great defense. The defense Jaden McDaniels to have. He showed it tonight to a national audience, and he was fantastic. So, big threes, big plays that we needed. It always seems to find the ball found Jaden McDaniels' hands, and he did exactly what we know he could do.
Cat, apologize to yours. A couple of your teammates mentioned that film edit that the coaches showed.
Yeah.
The game,
Yeah.
Just infusing some confidence. What did you think it did to the group?
I think it just made us realize, the swag I felt we lost in the last 3 games. So just to kind of visually see it, see the way we play, the desperation, the toughness, the physicality, the emotion, and but also the discipline, the execution, the tenacity. I think that we were lacking that for the last 3 games, and I thought that we did a great job. The coaches and our staff, all the way from the top to the bottom, that did a great job of getting those edits, getting that film made, and what a great time to pull that that trick out his hat.
And your fingerprints were all over the start of the game from the left to Rudy to the 24-2 run, whatever it was for you. Was there something that you unlocked as the series went on that you were looking to do from the start tonight?
We'll never get to experience it. What's it like getting ready for it?
I think I've talked about it. I think the last 2 games ago, Mother's Day, I think that maybe getting too aggressive in scoring, and I think that last game I did a great job of being aggressive in playmaking, which requires either I'm making the play, aka scoring, or I'm making the play as in a pass. But I think I did a better job of even that tonight with just making the right play, trusting my teammates, putting them in the right position, and just being aggressive and whether it's making the pass or it's making that cut or it's being in the right position or either making that tough rebound with a layup or even defensively just being in the right rotation. Aggressive in my playmaking. I thought I did a better job of that tonight, and I'm glad that it helped our team win.
You had 13 rebounds in this game tonight. You guys significantly out-rebounded Denver. You mentioned it a minute ago that a lot of those possessions ended with rebound. Were there a different emphasis put on it tonight?
I think a lot of those rebounds just came from desperation. We understood the position that we were in and the situation we were in, and I think for all of us here, especially media who covers us every day, I think you saw that identity of the team that we've been showing we were all year, which is leave it all on the court and execute at a high level. And sometimes in our execution we may falter in doing the right thing, but we make it up with pure effort. I thought that tonight we made a lot of effort plays, and something that's been lacking, and it showed in the box score. We did a great job of playing as a team and finding ways to win, and whether it be scoring or whether it just be making that second, third effort.
How good did it feel to come out and have that kind of response here tonight?
It feels great, after losing 3 in a row, come out, season on the line, and just be who we are, offensively and defensively. So it's, it shows we can handle adversity. We've done it over the past 2 years, and and today was a great test. But now we gotta get ready for another one Sunday.
You mentioned handling adversity. Denver got out to a 9-2 lead right away. You call timeout, and then you guys answer 20-0 run. What inspired and fueled that run early on?
Just making the right play offensively and just executing the game plan defensively and doing it with heart, doing it with urgency and doing it by helping each other and just leaving it out on the floor. And when we're able to do that, it's a tough recipe.
Rudy, how what had changed really? It seemed like they were hitting every shot the last 3 games, but tonight it seems like you guys made it more difficult for them. What changed defensively for you guys tonight?
I think just I thought last game 5, I thought we started the right way defensively. We just turned the ball over a lot and got them going. Tonight we didn't do that, and we contested almost every shot that they took, and we were able to clean up the board, and then offensively we did a great job just moving it, making the right play, and we did it for 48 minutes.
What was working better against Nikola Jokic?
Just making him work, try to, make him try to. As obviously an incredible player, and he's going to make some tough shots, but just try to make everything difficult for him, and try to do it as a team.
A full team win, everybody got involved, but Jaden McDaniels had easily his best game of the series.
I mean, he was incredible. He stayed, and he did it every minute that he was on the floor. Didn't get distracted. Make the right play over and over offensively. Knock down some big shots. And that's who he is. It's a lot of work every day, and I love to watch him, do the things that he does.
The smoke hasn't cleared yet. What is it, Game 7 like? What is it like getting ready to play one game for the season?
I mean, it's an amazing opportunity for us. We've worked really hard to be in this position, and we're just gonna be us. We're just gonna be us. Leave it out on the floor, play as a team, and see what happens.
When you checked out of the game in the fourth quarter, you got a huge ovation. I'm wondering if you heard it, were able to take it in, and what it meant to you.
It means a lot. Like I said, from last year until now, I feel like this community, this fan base, have learned how to embrace me, and I appreciate the love. I try to, every time I step on the court, I give 200%, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So I appreciate it.
We overheard you tell Mike, "Don't ever leave me again." How pivotal was it to have him back?
Yes. We need Mike Conley. He's obviously, it's a joke between me and him, but I just love everything he brings for us, as a person, but also on the court, as a leader, and the way he's just what he does is contagious. Making the right play for his teammates, the intensity that he brings defensively, and the focus that he brings every single day in practice. It's something that is invaluable for our team.
Rudy said as you're walking down the road, "Don't ever leave me again."
Yeah.
Fill us in on that's all.
I don't know what he's talking about, man. No, I think obviously wanted to play last game and just couldn't move at all. And then tonight it was a no-brainer. I was going to try to find a way, and we're just better when we're a complete team. And tonight it was a complete effort, and happy we were able to show who we are, especially when we're facing the adversity we're facing. So proud of that. Now we get a chance to for Game 7 in Denver, and we're going to be ready to go.
You said you got a hard time walking just a couple of days ago. Just what was the pain threshold like for you, and what did it really take for you to get on the floor tonight?
Yeah, I couldn't walk 2 days ago, and had a day of treatment yesterday, and was able to get to my toes a little bit more, and this morning it went from that to being able to really kind of jump and move and run a little bit better. So that's all I needed was to have that confidence to be able to move like that. It's just a tough injury to deal with when you're talking about the calf and Achilles and all that. So was moving well enough this morning, and felt like I would be good to go for the game.
Like you did something similar in 2021 back for an elimination game that didn't go well. Did those thoughts of the correlation that run through your head at all?
Honestly, I told myself that before the game. I've been there before. Maybe that was a lesson learned for me on how to adjust my game for a game like this. I try to play at a different pace. Just kind of hop into a lot of things, and what I was thinking about mentally before the game, preparing my body and mind for it, and so I think it really kind of helped set the stage for us tonight.
What was different tonight?
A lot was just like trying to do too many quick movements. I'm a quick guy, but not trying to burst here and burst there, but utilize the screens, be patient with the screen, get to my spots on the floor where I know I can be effective and make plays for guys.
Mike, you're bringing the topside doubles on Jokic in this game. You did that in game 2 as well. Is there a correlation between what that looked like in game 3 to this one? Make that the strategy?
Yeah, and I think we tried to get back to that. I mean, they, games 3 and 4, they did a good job of combating that and kind of got us out of it for a little while, and maybe we gave up on it a little bit too soon. But tonight we just committed to it. We committed to it for 4 quarters and try to get them to make that first pass out and make it tough for them to get it back, and credit our big guys and stuff to make him work a little bit. But if we're gonna win the game, we gotta find a way to limit him a little bit.
Mike, where did you think this response came from for you guys tonight? And were you motivated by anybody from the outside saying this series was over or anything like that?
Honestly, I hadn't looked at the media or social media. I don't know what anybody's been saying. I think this was all internal. I think everybody just, back against the wall. You saw the importance of this game just by, our preparation the last couple of days. Myself, pushing the play. You got guys saying, hey, this is all we got. Like, we got to put everything out there, show all our cards, and make it good enough. And, I think guys really believed in ourselves. We believed that we're that team that won the first 2 games and in the fashion that we did. So we went out there and just did that.
What would you say the catalyst of that 20-0 run in the first quarter was?
Man, it's just, a lot of it was, our pace and just our energy. Ant led that, the way he plays and, was so energetic. Cat being able to pick apart a double team and make the extra play. Jaden knocking down open shots and cutting to the basket, making plays. Rudy's gravity when he rolls. Like, when we utilize everybody's, talents and their skill set to the best of our ability, we can be, a really, really good team. And tonight we did that.
What's your Game 7 experience like so far in your career, and what can you take from that, knowing what the difference maker is in something like Sunday?
And I haven't won one yet, so I'm hoping this is that. You know what I mean? It's time. So no, it's Game 7s are the best. You get to experience an environment, experience a moment similar to like a March Madness, where you just win or go home. Anything can happen. Doesn't matter how much we won by tonight or how much they won by the last 2 games or 3 games. It's what can you do tonight? How can you win? And you're gonna get everybody's best shot. Everybody's gonna be ready to go. Just a super fun game to be a part of.
What did you guys weird series to kind of peg? Do you have a feel on it, or are you just as sort of confused on what you see night to night as we are?
Man, honestly, I don't know. I know you have 2 of the best teams fighting and clawing every night, and we don't know who's going to come out 1 point win, 30-point win, 5-point win. It doesn't matter. Both these teams are going to adjust and so well coached and so poised in the big moments. So, like I said, we wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This is the most amazing part of our season, to be a part of a Game 7.
It seemed like you guys had maybe lost a little something defensively through the last 3 games, whether it was energy, intensity, a little bit of edge. What did you rediscover tonight that enabled you to play as well as you did?
I think a lot of it, honestly, was not holding our heads when they make big plays. I think that they're a team that makes a lot of tough shots. Jamal, Jokic, Michael Porter, those guys make contested 2s and 3s on you all night. And it's easy to work for 20 seconds of a shot clock, and then they knock one down, and you just hold your head and walk the ball up the court and think about what just happened. We did that too many times, especially in Denver. Last game where, we just were, beside ourselves because of one moment. We just kept moving on, kept playing fast, and I think it helped our defense for a whole.
What was that timeout after they went up 9-2? What was that huddle like, and how did you kind of prevent this game from maybe spiraling from that moment?
Honestly, it was calm. It wasn't, anybody just going crazy or anything. It was, 92 to start. Man, we got to get back to doing what we do, like lock in on the simple stuff. Don't make this game harder than we needed to be. And we literally responded from that. And guys made the plays when we needed them. Ant came out aggressive. Like I said, Cap came out aggressive. Jaden came in, firing. So they all responded from it.
Jaden's offense tonight, we talked about him, being a barometer for you guys on offense most of the night. Did you see anything different out of him coming into tonight, or was it just kind of the same Jaden you see every night?
Honestly, I think he just trusted himself a little bit more. We talked about it on the bench. Just there's times where he cuts just to kind of cut to get out of the way, but not cut to score, or like stay in the corner sometimes and be ready to shoot. Because if you stay in the corner, they got to make a 2-on-1 decision. And he did that tonight and was confident in his shot and his ability, and we're confident in him, and we're going to need him. I mean, we don't win without him. So for him to stay confident is the biggest thing.
Mike, I apologize if you asked this. I was over there, but just for people who never get to experience it, what's it like getting ready for and going into a Game 7?
Man, unbelievable experience. Like I said, you're going to get everybody's best shot. You're going to get everything thrown at you. Nothing's going to be left on the table by any team. So all adjustments, that we've made throughout the series and they've made throughout the series, you can throw some of them out the window because there's going to be brand new ones for Game 7, and different players might play at different points just because of the moment. Some guys maybe play 45 minutes, 48 minutes. Just the moment is so big, so it's going to be fun.
Chris, just kind of backs against the wall. Just what did you think overall of the way your team responded when you needed it most?
Well, there was two responses. There was a response to the last 3 games, but the most important response was when we got down 9-2. And we did a really good job of focusing and coming back with the right energy, getting our defense in place. They were kind of getting loose in transition was what we talked about. So couldn't happen. And we did a really good job there. And once we get our defense in place, we like our chances. So
to kind of encapsulate the whole season, what this team's been about, just in terms of toughness and resilience and sticking with it.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked a lot today just about getting our edge back, our swagger, playing a little more free and easy. We felt like we hadn't had our best effort on both sides of the ball yet in this series. I thought we left kind of a lot of meat on the bones offensively the other day. Guys did a good job of reacting to that. We always knew it was going to be a long series coming in. This proved to be the case. To win it, you got to get 4. I didn't say how you got to get them. So should be fun on Sunday.
Chris, what was working for you guys defensively against Murray after he was kind of able to get loose in games 3 through 5?
Yeah, I think attention to detail, just not allowing him to have so much separation. Of course, get him back in transition, where you can actually get into people's bodies, be physical. Just the willingness to keep pursuing. It's tough, It's like pass, chase, screen, get it back, flip the screen. It's multiple things. So we'd been doing that earlier in the series, and we kind of let it slip. So we found that tonight again.
Chris, you often refer to Jaden McDaniels as a barometer for the offense. Were you thinking about that going into this game, and then what stood out to you from his offensive performance?
Just confidence. He played with confidence. He hadn't been shooting the ball well, hadn't necessarily been scoring it for us. But I thought he got a lot of good looks the other day. Of course, they were going to continue to give him good looks. It was his 3, I think, that kind of sparked us out of that timeout. We really needed to see that thing go down. And then it was just, play off the catch, make the right play, stay confident. Everything came in the flow of the offense. And he got a bunch of buckets in a lot of different ways, which is for us when that's happening with Jaden, we know we're playing the right way. So
schematically, in terms of how you're regarding Jokic, it seemed like it looked a lot like Game 2 and bringing the doubles from the top side there. You had Rudy in this game, and you didn't have him in Game 2. How did that kind of all come together defensively?
Well, as you know, with a player that great, you just have to give him different looks, and we know what the damage he can do when you leave guys one-on-one, even though Cat's done a pretty good job of fighting him. And it was just literally how we're going to be able to fly around and contest, and we did a good job of that. And I thought they missed some kind of early open ones that if they went in, maybe the game's a little different out of the shoot, but they didn't, and we were able to kind of feed off of that.
It's rare that all three of your bigs get double-digit rebounds. You
Yeah.
guys were plus 19 for the game, 5 out of 8 pretty much on your boards. What was it about? I mean, was it part of the way the defense was running?
No, I mean, yeah, they missed 60 shots, so there's a lot of rebounds to be had out there. We did a pretty good job of that, rebound. I thought there was one spate there in the first half where we didn't rebound particularly well. I think they got a couple threes out of that, but mostly we were able to rebound well. So.
Getting Mike back, how did that impact you guys tonight, and how did he?
Yeah, I mean, Mike means everything for us, just experience, shot making, unbelievable next to Anthony in terms of being able to set him up, play off of him, kind of be in his ear all the time, smart defender, just everything you want in an experienced veteran point guard, and just the very fact that Ant doesn't have to handle every single time. I mean, that alone helps us. So Mike's invaluable. It was great to see him out there. We desperately missed him the other night.
Start of the second quarter, no Ant or Cat on the floor for you. How did you feel like that group on the court handled the offensive side of the basketball?
Yeah, I thought they did great. That's a lineup that we used a lot in the second half of the season to start the fourth quarter, and we found that lineup really clicked. It's a movement lineup. It's a high IQ lineup. Kyle is a really good facilitator alongside Rudy. Nas and Rudy have been a really strong pairing. Nikhil and Mike have also been really good together. So, we have a lot of confidence in that lineup. So.
Chris, with guys like Nikhil, Jaden, Nas, how much of their production comes from the way you guys play, and how much of maybe the way they start games allows you to play the right way?
The way we
like the way they it seems like their early production also frees up confidence, and the way the things go. Is it a little bit of a chicken and egg thing sometimes?
I think I mean, obviously anybody who plays the game, when you see your shots go in early in the game, it's great for your confidence, great for the rhythm. People keep trusting the right play that you're gonna make. You're gonna make the shots when they come to you. But it's just about activity. When they're active and their ball is moving. We got a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket, and I think with Jaden sometimes getting 10 shots is also a barometer for us. When he gets 10 shots a game, we've been pretty good. So
with Jaden, he certainly had a game like this against Phoenix as well, and he's had some spots. How key would it be if you could get this consistently and obviously a second time on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Sometimes they put Jokic on him and they don't guard him. He doesn't let that bother him. He did a lot of really smart things when that was happening tonight. So, and then he found other ways just to kind of keep staying in the flow offensively. So, hopefully this gives him the confidence to stack another one. Thanks.